The concept of water-powered cars has captured the imagination of inventors and environmental enthusiasts for decades. The idea of using water as a clean, abundant, and renewable energy source for vehicles is enticing, promising a future free from fossil fuels and greenhouse gas emissions. But how much of this concept is based on science, and how much is simply a myth? In this video, we'll explore the science behind water-powered cars, their potential, and the challenges they face in becoming a reality. The science behind water-powered cars. Water-powered cars are often thought of as vehicles that run directly on water. However, this concept is scientifically implausible. Water is a stable compound and does not contain free energy that can be harnessed directly for propulsion. To power a car with water, it must be converted into hydrogen and oxygen through a process called electrolysis. Electrolysis involves passing an electric current through water to separate the hydrogen and oxygen molecules. Hydrogen, once separated, can be used as a fuel. It can be burned in an internal combustion engine or used in a fuel cell to produce electricity. Fuel cells combine hydrogen and oxygen to produce electricity, water, and heat, offering a highly efficient and clean energy source. The idea of using hydrogen as a fuel has led to the development of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, which are sometimes mistakenly referred to as water-powered cars. Hydrogen fuel cells, the real water-powered technology. Hydrogen fuel cell technology is currently the closest we have to water-powered cars. In an HFCV, hydrogen gas is stored in high-pressure tanks and fed into a fuel cell stack where it reacts with oxygen from the air. This reaction produces electricity, which powers an electric motor to drive the vehicle. The only byproducts are water vapor and heat, making hydrogen fuel cell vehicles a clean alternative to traditional internal combustion engine vehicles. The technology behind hydrogen fuel cells is well established, and several car manufacturers have developed hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. For example, Toyota's Mirai, Honda's Clarity, and Hyundai's Nexo are all hydrogen-powered cars available on the market. These vehicles offer the benefits of zero emissions, quick refueling times, and longer driving ranges compared to battery electric vehicles. The Toyota Mirai, which means future in Japanese, exemplifies the potential of hydrogen fuel cell technology. It can travel up to 300 miles on a single tank of hydrogen and refuels in about 5 minutes. Similar to a conventional gasoline car, the Honda Clarity fuel cell also offers impressive range and refueling times, while the Hyundai Nexo boasts advanced driver assistance features and a range of up to 380 miles. The challenges of hydrogen fuel cells. Despite the potential of hydrogen fuel cells, there are significant challenges that hinder their widespread adoption. One of the primary obstacles is the production and storage of hydrogen. While hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe, it rarely exists in its pure form on Earth and must be extracted from compounds like water or natural gas. The most common method of producing hydrogen is steam methane reforming, which involves high energy consumption and produces carbon dioxide, undermining the environmental benefits. Electrolysis, the method of producing hydrogen from water, is cleaner but currently less efficient and more expensive. It requires a substantial amount of electricity, which must come from renewable sources to be truly green. Advances in renewable energy and electrolysis technology are needed to make this process more viable on a large scale. Storage and transportation of hydrogen also pose challenges. Hydrogen has a low energy density by volume, meaning it must be compressed or liquefied for storage and transport, requiring high pressures or extremely low temperatures. This increases the complexity and cost of infrastructure, including refueling stations. Safety is another concern with hydrogen storage. Hydrogen is highly flammable, and storing it at high pressures requires robust and reliable containment systems. Although modern technology has made hydrogen storage safer, public perception and regulatory hurdles still need to be addressed to gain widespread acceptance. Real-world applications and progress. Despite these challenges, progress is being made in the development and deployment of hydrogen fuel cell technology. Governments and private companies are investing in hydrogen infrastructure, with countries like Japan, South Korea, and Germany leading the way. These nations are building hydrogen refueling stations and integrating hydrogen fuel cells into various sectors, including transportation, industry, and energy storage. Japan, for example, has ambitious plans to become a hydrogen society. The Japanese government is investing heavily in hydrogen infrastructure, with a goal of having 200,000 fuel cell vehicles on the road and 320 hydrogen refueling stations by 2025. South Korea has similar aspirations, aiming to deploy 6.2 million hydrogen fuel cell vehicles and build 1,200 refueling stations by 2040. In addition to passenger vehicles, hydrogen fuel cells are being explored for use in buses, trucks, trains, and even ships. These applications benefit from hydrogen's quick refueling times and longer ranges, making it a more practical solution for heavy-duty and long-distance transportation. For instance, hydrogen-powered buses are already operating in several cities around the world, offering a clean and efficient alternative to diesel buses. In the realm of heavy-duty transportation, companies like Nikola Motors and Hyundai are developing hydrogen fuel cell trucks. These trucks offer the potential to reduce emissions in the logistics industry, significantly where long driving ranges and quick refueling are essential. Hydrogen fuel cell trains are also being developed, with Alstom's Coradia Island leading the way as the world's first hydrogen-powered passenger train. Hydrogen's role in energy transition. The transition to hydrogen fuel cell technology is part of a broader movement towards decarbonizing the energy sector. Hydrogen is considered a versatile energy carrier that can help integrate renewable energy sources, stabilize power grids, and provide a means of storing energy as countries strive to meet their climate goals and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Hydrogen is expected to play a critical role. In the energy sector, hydrogen can be produced using surplus renewable energy through a process called power-to-gas. This involves converting excess electricity from renewable sources like wind and solar into hydrogen, which can then be stored and used when demand is high. This approach helps balance the intermittency of renewable energy and ensures a stable supply of clean energy. Industries such as steel, cement, and chemicals, which are challenging to decarbonize, can also benefit from hydrogen. Hydrogen can replace fossil fuels in industrial processes, reducing emissions and supporting the transition to a low-carbon economy. For example, hydrogen is used in the production of green steel, where it serves as a reducing agent to eliminate carbon emissions from steelmaking. The myth of perpetual motion machines. A common myth associated with water-powered cars is the idea of perpetual motion machines, vehicles that can run indefinitely without any external energy source. This concept violates the fundamental laws of thermodynamics, which state that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only converted from one form to another. Any system claiming to produce more energy than it consumes is scientifically impossible. Proposals for water-powered cars often hinge on pseudo-scientific concepts or misunderstandings of basic physics. While water can be split into hydrogen and oxygen and used as fuel, the energy required to perform electrolysis will always be greater than the energy obtained from burning hydrogen. This is due to energy losses in the form of heat and inefficiencies in the conversion processes. Future prospects, combining technologies. Looking to the future, a more realistic approach to water-powered cars may involve combining multiple technologies to maximize efficiency and sustainability. For example, integrating hydrogen fuel cells with renewable energy sources like solar or wind power can create a truly green energy cycle. Solar panels can generate electricity to power electrolysis, producing hydrogen from water without carbon emissions. Research is also being conducted on advanced materials and catalysts to improve the efficiency of electrolysis and fuel cells. Breakthroughs in these areas could reduce costs and make hydrogen a more competitive fuel option. For instance, researchers are exploring the use of inexpensive and abundant materials like nickel and iron as catalysts for electrolysis, which could lower the cost of hydrogen production. Another exciting development is the use of biological methods to produce hydrogen. Certain bacteria and algae can produce hydrogen through natural processes, offering a potential low-cost and sustainable source of hydrogen. Scientists are working to optimize these biological systems for large-scale hydrogen production. That's all for today's video. Please give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest content.